Hey guys, what's going on? It's David here, and so today we're back with another video, and I thought I'd kind of shoot a vlog in a little bit of a different way, so you guys can't see it, but I actually have my phone on a tripod, which is somewhat new. I've had this tripod for a while. The tripod actually, here's a piece of it, and the reason why this actually isn't on the tripod itself is because when I bought the tripod, it was for iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, iPod Touch 4th generation. It was for that 30-pin dot connection. And, when the iPhone 5 changed dimensions, it also changed the port. So while I actually figured a workaround to it, I actually had to take this piece off because it wouldn't have actually fit on there. So I actually had to take this off of the tripod. But, more or less than not, it actually did go on. So anyway, guys, so first things first, we got to talk about Apple's Project Titan. So, no, it's not the video game. So if you guys have heard, there was this video game that, was in development, called Project Titan. I think it got either delayed or canceled, and a lot of people were upset. So it's not that Project Titan. Basically, this Project Titan, I guess you could call it 2-3 weeks ago, I guess, on the streets of San Francisco, kind of next to the Cupertino Apple headquarters. Just random SUVs were driving around with really, really high-tech equipment, cameras, on, the cars, on the SUVs. So a lot of people were confused, and, a lot of people didn't know what was going on. So one guy actually called the DMV and said basically, who's licensed to have these cars on the road, and they said Apple. So, a lot of people from the rumor mill just kind of dismissed that, just basically went, all right, well, you know what? It's just Apple improving their Maps app. That's all they're doing. They're just taking images or going around and making sure turn-by-turn navigation is right. And, if there's, there's a bridge there and there wasn't a bridge there before. Well, now they know that, and they have images of it, and, it's better turn-by-turn navigation. So a lot of people just dismissed it as that, and, it kind of went away for a good week and a half, 2 weeks. And then it kind of resurfaced, and a lot of other people from the other side of the rumor mill were basically saying, well, no, this is legitimate. Apple's working on a car, and they're testing this thing out. They're testing the technology out. This is for a driverless car. So, reports just started coming out as of a couple of days ago that Apple's working on Project Titan. It includes a self-driving electric car. It's a rumor involving the Apple-branded electrical vehicles that Financial Times and Wall Street Journal threw their weight behind. And it just took an interesting turn with Reuters reports Saturday, offering additional tidbits, blah, blah, blah. So it says, another automated source told that Reuters that Apple is learning how to make a self-driving electric car, is getting more advice from experts at car makers and automotive suppliers on parts and production methods. Company isn't interested in combustion engine technology for conventional manufacturing methods. Apparently, as previously reported, Apple last year actually hired Joanne Jungwirth, president and CEO of Mercedes-Benz Research and Development in North America, who specialized in integrating smartphone technology and developing advanced user experiences. So, I believe in, also a former Ford engineer as well. He's been a long-time Apple employee, and he helped create the iPod and later the iPhone. And he's now said to create a team of over 1,000 people at a secret location to separate Apple's main campus to actually create this new electric car, this new self-driving car. So this is really, really, amazing. Now, if all these rumors are true, let's say that they are, again, we're not going to be seeing anything close to a finished product in years. So we might not even see it until, 2020, 2020, 2021, to whatever. We might not see this for a while because, cars take a lot more time to actually make, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't really exactly know. I don't follow cars all that much. I do like cars. I like the way they look, but, this is going to be, they've said, I forget exactly who, but someone close to Apple has said, this kind of car that Apple's creating is going to give Tesla a run for its money. So obviously it's an electric car. We already know that. Apparently it's also self-driving, so that means that if Google actually does come out and release their self-driving car that's been in, there's been a lot of R&D for that and a lot of beta testing for that, not specifically on the roads, but, in private places, there's been a lot of R&D and, development and beta testing for that. So if Google does come out with that, then Google and Apple are going to be competing in the car front now. So it's actually kind of funny that Google and Apple are both entering into the car front. So it's going to be really, really exciting to see what happens in the next couple of years. Obviously, as time goes on, we'll get a better idea of, what's going to happen. Are they going to name it iCar, or they're just going to drop the I completely from their new products and just call it Apple Car like they did with the Apple Watch? We don't exactly know, like I said, at this point, what's going to be happening, but this is really, really exciting because, again, it's just new technology that Apple's going to innovate with, and who knows, they could be among the first to actually invent a self-driving car. That's going to be really exciting because, for people that don't have a driver's license, can't drive, are afraid to drive, or they have a disability and they can't drive, whatever the deal is, now the car is going to drive itself, and you're going to be able to get to and from your destinations without actually having to drive the car yourself. So you could be sitting in the front seat, and the car just automatically takes over and drives you to your destination wherever you want to go. But obviously there are some security, procedures that have to be taken into effect because, if the car is hackable, if someone hacks the car, they can reroute the destination, the GPS inside it, and take the car somewhere where the user doesn't want the car to go. So that's always, I think that's been a fear a lot of times of self-driving cars, because you don't know, within these systems, they have to make sure that it's not really, really easily hackable, because again, if this technology gets into the wrong hands, people can, trap someone in this car and, send it to the bottom of the ocean or whatever. Let's say that's what it was. You've seen that in movies, you've seen it in TV, all the time, where there's an evil villain and there's a superhero or whatever, a sidekick, whatever, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen this, and straps to a car or whatever, and then says, go to the bottom of the ocean, and the car just zooms off, and now the superhero's got to race and go get the sidekick before the sidekick falls underwater and dies, and dies from drowning, whatever the deal is. But yeah, I don't know. So in the end, it's going to be really, really exciting to see what happens with this. So that's basically it for that. So let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. So if you're into the jailbreaking scene, if you like jailbreaking, then this actually might be, a fantastic, especially if you're on A6 and above. You'll really, really like this information. So as of last night, it was actually confirmed that, that a serial cable, the Lightning serial cable, was actually released. So this is amazing, and the reason why it's so awesome is because before there was only a 30-pin dot serial cable. So that meant only A4, iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, iPod Touch 4th generation, only those devices people could even think about being able to downgrade, get boot ROM exploits, stuff like that. The reason being is because they didn't have a Lightning serial cable for A6 and above, so iPhone 5, iPhone 5S, iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus, iPads, all that kind of stuff that has all A6, A7, A8 chips, all of those devices up and up and up, couldn't be downgraded, couldn't be touched, their firmwares couldn't be touched, and there was no, you couldn't have a boot ROM exploit. It was a lot harder to do that. So now it's a lot easier with this Lightning serial cable. And basically, so Ionic, and it was actually funny because I was talking to my developer friend, and I actually displayed this. It was on redpark.com. I believe that's what redpark.com. And it's Lightning serial cable, and it's got L2-DB9V as the product number. It says connects a Lightning iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch to an RS-232 serial devices at broad rates up to 115.2 kbps. The cable is used in conjunction with blah, blah, blah. And it says made for iPod, iPhone, and iPad. So it's all of those devices on A6 and up. So, Coolstar actually tweeted this a little while ago. And I said, does this mean it's possible for a hashtag A6 downgrade? And Coolstar replied, he said, it seems to connect via USB pins, though, so not sure if it'll be usable in boot ROM or iBoot. And then he actually did say as well, it's interesting that it shows up in the settings app, though. I doubt the cable is usable for finding a downgrade. So then shortly after that, as I texted my developer friend Michael, and I said, so apparently now this is possible. So I said, apparently as of today, it might be possible to have an A6 downgrade. He said, interesting, but how did it ever get past the MFI standard, which is made for iPhone? I said, I really don't know. I just refreshed my Twitter feed and saw the Coolstar tweeted it. So I said, is it possible now? He said, I mean, it makes it a lot easier to inspect the A6 boot ROM and iBoot to help find a series of bugs to create one. I said, and this is really, really accurate. It's funny how accurate it got in the later hours, as you'll hear me say. I said, so I guess Ionic is going to be the first one to pick one up. He will probably develop something, demo it on video, and never release it. Then iHateSnow will do the exact same thing. That kind of sums up the jailbreak community. Then eventually someone in China is just randomly going to pop up with a downgrade. And then he said, and such is the lifestyle of the iOS hacking community. I said, at this point, I'm much more reliant on the Chinese than anyone else. Seems whenever there's something new, it's always made by them now. He said, at least for the past 6 months, I'm still rather hopeful that the power will swing back to the Americans, though. So basically, I was right about that. He didn't show it off in a video, but, he did talk about it, and he said something to the extent that, wow, there's a lot of stuff I'm just going over here. And he's saying, let's see here. So because it's posted on a public blog, I can tell you that Apple Lightning has been broken. Why would you post it on a public website then? Nice that the prediction Lightning will be broken before end 2015 has come true. At the exact same time, okay. Sorry for me. It looked like a public website, so I made it a bit more public. And now I can see what team wins the race to submit a Black Hat. Talk about the broken Lightning. One cannot activate KDP without working kernel exploit unless you're Apple. Well, you need a working kernel exploit to make use of the cables anyway. Helps you create easier additional exploits. Sorry I'm reading off of all this. I'm just really excited. So he did come out with the PSA. In order to make real use of the Lightning serial cable, your device already needs to be jailbroken. So we already knew that. He just commented on the fact that already public for an hour and Reddit jailbreak has not mentioned anything about the broken Lightning at all. So he goes iOS 9 jailbreak possible. So he commented back and said, who else has done it? Someone said who else has done it, and then he said, I am not able to disclose that. So it kind of sounds a little bit like maybe Ionic has something in the works a little bit. So he said that Reddit will be amusing again when I post a video of a jailbroken iOS 8.3 device next week. So again, like I said, it seems like it's coming true that Ionic's going to pick something up first, try to demo it in a video, and not ever release something. It looks like that's probably what's going to be happening. So I don't know. This is just really exciting. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, just to sum up, Apple is working on Project Titan, which is a code name for their new self-driving electric car that will give apparently Tesla a run for its money. And then also the Lightning serial cable released, which will help with more jailbreak and boot ROM exploits in the near future with A6 and up downgrades possible with, different exploits and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, it's a really awesome time for the jailbreaking community. Let me know what you guys think about, A6 being downgradable in the comment area below. Would you downgrade your iPhone 5 back to iOS 6 or iPhone 5S back to iOS 7? Let me know down in the comment area below. And also what you think about Apple's codename Project Titan. And anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this is David signing out. Peace.